The MQ-9 Reaper unmanned aircraft system, developed by the United States Air Force, recently showed off some impressive new abilities in a training exercise. According to a press statement from the Air Force, the remotely piloted aircraft business of the Air Force Special Operations Command took part in an Emerald Flag exercise from October 17th to 20th in order to showcase the agile combat employment of MQ-9 Reaper aircraft around the globe. The Joint Force integrates air, land, sea, space, and cyberspace during the Emerald Flag multi-domain exercise at the Eglin Air Force Base Test and Training Range. Corey, a major in the 2nd Special Operations Squadron and a MQ-9 pilot, highlighted additional live training for the MQ-9 outside of a combat zone as one of the numerous benefits of participating in Emerald Flag. The 2nd SOS, including Corey, has a standing obligation to support overseas combat operations, which frequently precludes them from training at home. Hurlburt Field's Mission Support Team Specialists and the Air Force Reserve 2nd SOS incorporated the MC-130H Combat TAL-2 into their operations and made use of the full range of capabilities available to them during Operation Emerald Flag. Operations to retrieve MQ-9 aircraft were a primary emphasis of the collaboration. Members of the MST secured the deployed airstrip and set up a communications hub in preparation for the Reaper's participation in the exercise. Takeoff and landing procedures for the MQ-9 now rely on a launch and recovery element, which consists of infrastructure and ground crews at forward operating areas. AFSOC's RPA community was able to showcase its satellite communications launch and recovery capacity once more at Emerald Flag. Dakota, a major in the 2nd SOS and MQ-9 pilot, explains that with SATCOM launch and recovery, a launch and recovery element is not required for ground operations, taxiing, taking off, or landing. All of this is accomplished through satellite communications between the mission control element and the aircraft. When an asset is forward deployed, this capacity dramatically minimizes logistics and airlift requirements. The MQ-9 conducted SLR at 4 different airfields within 28 hours to show off its increased range and smaller footprint. These included Cannon AFB in New Mexico, as well as 3 facilities in the Florida Panhandle: Eglin AFB Field 6, Duke Field, and Hurlburt Field. Given the facilities needed for a launch and recovery element to support MQ-9 missions, this simply could not have been accomplished without SLR. To secure Field 6, which was assumed to be located behind enemy lines, the MQ-9s worked in tandem with an MC-130J Commando, a small maintenance team, the MST, and a small number of troops from the Special Tactics Squadron. The MQ-9s successfully proved their forward arming and refueling capabilities throughout the exercise. When asked about integrating agile combat employment into MQ-9 operations, Dakota responded, "Emerald Flag was our opportunity to highlight how we are doing just that. We accomplished this with a small team by simulating a forward operating base, refueling there, and carrying on with the operation. All of this was done with a minuscule amount of space, making it possible to send MQ-9s to areas that were previously inaccessible." Officials credited the exercise's success to the collaborative effort of multi-talented airmen working together as a team during the Emerald Flag exercise. To validate the MQ-9's automatic takeoff and landing capability and demonstrate its impact on the operational mission, Dakota has taken the lead across the organization. When it comes to molding the future of MQ-9 missions, exercises like Emerald Flag are vital and provide unique possibilities for us to do so.